Hello everybody, welcome back to the Stanley Parable. The last time that we played, we found the new content, which
Is
is
much more
the
of a fuzzy
Stanley
red.
Parable
Here we are.
2,
Go on, try out some of the new
created by
features.
our very own narrator. We did a couple of things over here. We did the button that just says gym. We decided what balloons should have decorated the original map. We went down the infinite hole, tried to jump in the jump circle, but we had already used all of them up. And we tried to get this achievement that doesn't seem to be ready yet, so now we're just gonna see what new stuff we still have in store for us. I think we were looking
Calling
at
it the
map
Stanley
last
Parable
time.
2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
So,
it's future-oriented. It
settings, world
screams
champion.
progress and innovation
We haven't
and
done yet.
long-term franchising potential.
Reassurance bucket, we haven't done yet. Collectibles? I don't remember seeing collectibles. We saw merch earlier, but that seems to be a separate thing. So, oh, collectibles are right here, so we might as well go check that out. I've been curious about this giant Stanley statue ever since we first entered this area. It's also weird that it's kind of like facing the wall, so I can't really get a good look at it, but... And it's not like they're trying to hide what Stanley looks like, because when we were in the infinite hole, we got that zoom in.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay, so you collect the Stanley statues. I don't know what technology the narrator's using to get them float and spin like that, but it definitely adds to the collectible nature. You don't just walk over it to pick it up. Okay. So there's 6 of them we gotta find. Are they, did he just teleport us, or are they just scattered around
God,
the
it
main
really
area?
is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
So I gotta wonder, because he keeps complaining about like completionist collecting, is it just the one? Was that the whole thing? Or are they actually like hidden around the main map now? Also, I noticed this doorway when I was going through the footage from yesterday that we haven't gone through yet.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Was that the whole epilogue? Just the big sign? Settings, world champion. I can't even open the door. However, there was an achievement. Let me open up my Steam dashboard. There was an achievement that says settings world champion, the same thing. Set all settings sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. So I wonder, will this door open if I get that achievement? So let's go to the settings. And it says every slider to every available number. So technically, if you slide it, it goes through all the numbers. So I don't know how fast I have to go. But if I do that, and then do that, just kind of scroll through all of them. Hopefully, we'll get that achievement and maybe unlock the door.
Stamp.
I just hope that going too fast it doesn't like skip over numbers, because I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Doesn't look like there's any number sliders there. And there's no number sliders here, so that didn't seem to do it. Alright. Not really sure about that one. I wish the narrator would give me like a little hint. Alright, so what have we not done yet? We've gone to the collectibles, we've gone to the free and easy achievement, we've gone to the infinite hole, we've gone through the office decorations. What was over here? The series blocked off. The exit. Can we like somehow, not that I want to leave this area, but I am curious if I can like get on the couch maybe? No. Okay, so the exit, oh, I am on the couch now. Okay, was there anything? The reassurance bucket I still haven't seen yet. I know there were signs for it over by the entrance. So let's see if we can find that. Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. Oh. How did I miss just such a giant staircase?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Okay.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring
You're hyping it up. I want to grab it.
While the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me
Narrator.
than actually redesigning the game to be
You're
less
lucky
uncomfortable.
that the skip button from yesterday isn't here because I want that bucket.
The bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Alright. He's really hyped it up, so it better be everything that he said it is.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Okay.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
This is the first time we've actually gotten an item in the Stanley Parable that we actually like hold. So I wonder how that's going to change things. Clicking
Does anyone give out awards for
anything.
most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Alright. We got to see if there's any new things we can do with our cool new bucket. Let's go back to this achievement room. I want to know if there's a way to make this lever work.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. Okay. This is technology that will exist.
So right I kind of tried it a little bit the last time we were
broken.
Here, but
I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel. To at
there was
last
one light on this machine
fans all over
yesterday,
the world who have been
the first time we
uproariously
tried to pull
demanding
this
this
lever.
feature. Gamers,
Okay.
we hear you,
Narrator.
and I promise it will happen.
So when we pulled this lever for the first time yesterday, there was one light turned on. And now that we came back and pulled it a second time, there's two lights turned on. So I'm wondering if I were to exit the game, come back, pull it again, and then do it again, if that's somehow will be enough times to actually get it. I guess we'll have to play this game 2 more times after
What
today.
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
It's what I'm wondering. I feel like we've seen everything. Obviously, we haven't figured out how to get into the settings world master room, but I'm not sure how to get that. The achievement says to make all the settings every number, but do I have to go super slowly to make sure that it hits all of them? Let's try that one more time. My hand is so, like, twitchy. I haven't seen 63. Okay. 65. Alright, what if I use my touchpad? Is that gonna help at all? Where is the number 1? There it is. Okay. So I at least know that the number 1 showed up. I probably look like an idiot. This probably isn't even what I'm supposed to do. Do I have to adjust these other things that aren't sliders? Or did I... Oh, this has a scroll bar. That's why. I never touched this one. Whoops. Alright, I never scrolled down, so I should probably check to see if they all have that. No. Okay, but even after adjusting this one, I didn't seem to do it. That settings world champion thing is going to bother me.
For the Stanley Parable 2,
I didn't even try to end up in here. I kind
what
of
do players really
was wandering
want?
around.
And of course, the first and most obvious
great. We have to
answer
do the
is that
gym
they
button
want to
again.
be individually recognized and validated as people.
Jim.
So with... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name
I
Jim.
didn't mean to
But of
wander
course,
back
in the
in here.
final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
I don't think we ever
Now, allow yourself to
skipped
become Jim.
his dialogue.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Oh no, that's funny because I think the last time we went in here, we actually listened to him talk.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
I'm really sorry, narrator. I didn't mean to go in there in the first place. I did not mean to offend you. If it makes him feel any better, I did enjoy it the first time I saw it. I never noticed this cardboard standee of Stanley. Stanley, as it were. Alright, so I still haven't figured out what we need the bucket for, if anything. It might just be kind of like a thing that we have now. I mean, the narrator hyped it up as being able to do all these different things, but so far it's just kind of a bucket. Alright, so was it just the one collectible? What if I try to go back in here? Is he going to say something about me? Nope. That's funny. See, I grew up on collectathons. Like, my childhood was Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie and games like that. So I was okay with having to collect like 100 different things. Alright, so what if I try to put the bucket back? Because he didn't close the door. Or he can't. Oh, the settings thing is bothering me. I don't want to look it up. Especially since the game just came out, what, yesterday? And I kind of want to figure it out. I guess there's just gotta be one that I went through too fast. I'll probably figure that out off camera, maybe. And then we can go through the door after I figure it out. But for now, I think we've seen all the different areas in this expo. Wait, no, we haven't gone through the exit. This is the exit. I assumed that these elevators were the exit, but I never saw this staircase. Is he gonna get mad that we're trying to leave?
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Oh, was that just like one area of it? Because I'm ready for some more stuff.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres
I want to
into
see
a
how the
meaningful
bucket
gameplay
fits
experience.
into this.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable.
Was that just
2.
like the showcase? Is this the real thing? Oh, there's the infinite hole, the jumping circle, the achievement thing.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
The
Hold
epilogue.
on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Oh, the collectible.
Okay, yes. This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Maybe.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really,
so are we gonna go
tremendous
back
title
to
screen.
like the normal
screen
building
that says with
just a
bold
bunch of new
and
stuff now?
uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, is it gonna send us back to the office? Oh, okay. The new title screen with an actual like video behind it. Sitting at school watching this. This curved hallway is really trippy. I like the music too. So I'm wondering, when we click begin the game, is it gonna take us back to Stanley's office again like normal with just new stuff around the building? Will there be collectibles around the building? Because that'd be fun. Will we get to bring the bucket with us? That's the most important question. That should have been the first thing that I asked. Alright, let's begin the game and see where it takes us.
This is the story of a man named
Let's
Stanley.
watch the intro just to see if anything changes.
Stanley worked for a company in
There's
a big building
balloons.
where he was employee number 427.
But they're not,
employee
are
number
they the,
427's job was
Get
simple.
Better Someday
He
ones?
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-ripping, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
We like it when Stanley's happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never
Stanley
quite
Parable
forget.
2.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
No.
No one had showed up
Yeah,
to
they
give him
got the
instructions,
Get Well Someday
call a
balloons
meeting,
everywhere.
or even say hi. Never
So,
in
okay,
all
it
his
does
years
look
at the
like
company
the office
had
is gonna
this
be
happened.
different.
This complete
So,
isolation.
This is going to be
Something was very
classic
clearly
Stanley
wrong.
Parable, us
Shocked,
exploring
frozen
the office
solid,
building.
Stanley found himself
looking for
unable to
endings.
move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone.
All right.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Let's
he had
see
simply
if
missed a
there's
memo.
any input computers.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, so far... Oh, there's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay. I was gonna say, so far it looks like only the balloons are new, but we got the bucket. Although, I don't know why he randomly just threw in a rope right there. Because it doesn't really lock anything. Just random. Alright, so the new content door is gone. So we're back to just normal Stanley Parable.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
This is new.
and entered the door on his left.
Alright, so this is like, wow, throwback to the very first time we played the original Stanley Parable. Do we go through the door on the left, like he said? Or do we... Let's try to go through the whole thing as normal, but in the Stanley Parable 2 and see what happens. And then we'll do some more exploring later on.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Can we get another
Oh,
bucket?
Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy, it's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet.
Exactly,
That's
that's what I
the
was
broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be.
I
given
don't
the
even have an
pressure that the
option.
broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet
Oh my
has sunk
gosh.
that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults? Coming to a staircase,
I like how he
Stanley
just
walked upstairs to the
switches
boss's
back.
office.
See, the last time I was playing a game in the Source engine that got me attached to an inanimate object, I had to throw it into a pit of fire. So, if this bucket is anything like the companion cube, I better not have to destroy it at the end of this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew...
Oh my gosh!
Was the bucket guiding him?
Usually he gets mad
This is
at me if
certainly the
I
most
type it
logical
in
explanation.
before he's done explaining. That's funny. Oh, what? Collectible! What?
I found one of them. One
Okay,
of the
so
miniature
there are
Stanley
collectibles
figurines.
around.
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these.
See, the
only
fact that
the
he keeps saying
intrinsic
that
pleasure of a job well done.
makes me
You
wonder
can't
if
buy
there
that
actually
sort of
is.
happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment
He
you
looks
come
so
across one of
sad in
these
the
beautiful
statue.
figurines.
Alright, so this is a little dark, and the last time we were in this area, I felt like this hallway just seemed to go back pretty far for an area that you wouldn't normally go. So is there a way I can boost the brightness at all? No? Dang, you can't actually do it in-game. Because, like, look how far back this hallway goes. Oh, whoa. I'm, like, going behind something. But I can't see, so I don't even know if there's anything over there. Next time I play, I'll have to boost up the brightness a bunch. Because I feel like a lot of the areas in this game are just super dark. And I set it to what it told me to when I first booted the game.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Not for the bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I don't think I could have done this without the bucket. Has the elevator always sparked like that?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Cover your eyes, bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh, wait. I can get on top of this? Oh! I was just kind of messing around waiting for the door to open. Is this supposed to happen? Is this like the window? Am I supposed to be able to do this? Oh! I didn't mean to fall off!
Just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
What is happening?
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him.
I'm like completely flabbergasted right now.
And the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected.
Like, who would find this? I didn't even try to fall off.
The bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Have you always been able to fall in there? Because I swear, I've never... I mean, obviously, I was just kind of messing around right there, trying to, like, see if I could get up on the desk. But I wasn't expecting to actually go over the railing. So
what could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So let's actually take the bucket this time.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms,
as like
and a wave
normal.
of comfort rushed over him.
But wow, okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on
So I gotta wonder, is that, I mean, was that something new added to the game? Because bottom text. Because we never. There will be a reward for finding them all. Has he been lying? Okay, so this shows where they are then. So we got the one in the actual exhibit nearby a fireplace. Okay, a private but smelly place for an inverted person. That's got to be the bathroom up by the boss's office. Somewhere both red and blue. Probably the red and blue doors. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. A large room. Lots of boxes. Probably the warehouse. So the stairs, I wonder... There was that area underneath the stairs that we checked out
Stanley
earlier
and the bucket
yesterday.
walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Is there something... Oh, okay, there you go.
Another miniature Stanley figure.
That was just a shot in the dark.
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
That's a good one.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I don't know what it means, but I like it. And with that, we're a little bit past the half-hour mark. So for the people who are watching this on YouTube, I'm going to end this recording here. And when we pick up, we're going to go towards the mind control facility with the bucket and hopefully not fall off this time. I'm still just absolutely amazed that that even happened. But I will see you guys then.